God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul. You did not come across this message by chance, and you did not arrive here randomly. Out of countless paths, distractions, and moments that could have pulled your attention elsewhere, something unseen gently guided you right here, right now. There is a reason your heart felt a small pause when you saw this, a reason your spirit leaned in instead of scrolling away. This is how divine messages begin, not with noise, but with recognition. The angels are speaking softly today, not in fear, not in urgency, but in truth. They say that you have been chosen first for today's miracle because your soul has been quietly preparing for it longer than you realize. You may not feel strong. You may not feel ready. But readiness in the spiritual world does not look like confidence on the outside, it looks like endurance on the inside. And you have endured more than most people ever see. There have been days when you smiled while carrying heaviness no one asked about. Days when you stayed silent because explaining your pain felt harder than bearing it. Days when you questioned whether your prayers were still reaching heaven or getting lost somewhere in between. The angels saw every single one of those moments. Nothing about your journey has been overlooked. When angels say you were chosen first, they are not comparing you to others. They are acknowledging alignment. They are saying that your heart, despite its wounds, remained open. That even when disappointment visited you repeatedly, you did not allow bitterness to become your identity. That even when answers were delayed, you did not completely close the door on faith. This is what makes a soul ready. There is a blessing approaching you that does not come with chaos or confusion. It comes with clarity. At first, it may feel subtle, like a shift in how you see yourself, or a calmness replacing restlessness. Do not underestimate subtle changes. The biggest miracles often begin quietly, because they are meant to last. You might have been asking God for a sign, not loudly, but in your heart. A confirmation that you are still on the right path. A reassurance that the waiting was not meaningless. This message itself is part of that answer. It is not the end result, it is the doorway. And doorways do not force you through them, they invite you. Angels work through timing, and today's timing matters. Not because something will be taken away if you miss it, but because your soul is most receptive right now. There are moments when the heart is open enough to receive what the mind has been blocking. This is one of those moments. That is why you are being asked to listen, not rush. If you have felt disconnected lately, understand this. Distance from God is often a feeling, not a fact. The divine never steps away, it simply waits patiently for us to notice its presence again. And right now, that presence is close. Closer than your doubts. Closer than your fears. Closer than the voices that made you question your worth. This miracle that is meant for you is not designed to impress others. It is designed to restore you. To remind you who you were before life made you guarded. To reconnect you with hope that felt too fragile to hold on to. And restoration always begins internally before it ever becomes visible externally. You may soon notice that your thoughts feel lighter, that the constant mental noise begins to soften. You may find yourself breathing deeper, reacting less, trusting more. These are not coincidences. These are signs that alignment has begun. When the soul aligns, reality follows. The angels want you to understand something important in this first part of the message. You do not have to chase this miracle. You do not have to prove yourself worthy of it. You do not have to fix everything about your life first. What is meant for you recognizes you where you are, not where you think you should be. Stay with this message. Let it settle. Let it speak to parts of you that words usually cannot reach. This is only the beginning of what is being revealed to you today. God says, as this message continues, the angels want you to slow your thoughts and stay present, because what is unfolding now is not meant to rush past your awareness. There are truths that only reveal themselves when the heart is calm enough to listen, and right now your soul is entering that quiet space where deeper understanding begins. You may have wondered in the past why certain things took longer to happen for you, why doors seemed to close just when you felt close to stepping through them. The angels say this was not rejection, it was protection and preparation happening at the same time. Some blessings arrive quickly and leave just as fast, but the one being prepared for you now is meant to stay, to anchor itself into your life in a way that does not collapse under pressure. There is a reason your journey has shaped you into someone who feels deeply, notices silence, and understands pain without needing words. These qualities are not weaknesses, they are signs of a soul that has been refined rather than hardened. Many people lose their softness while surviving, but you carried yours quietly, even when it hurt. This is why the miracle coming toward you is being matched to your spirit, not just your circumstances. The angels want you to understand that miracles are not always dramatic events that shock the world around you. Sometimes they arrive as inner clarity after long confusion. Sometimes they show up as emotional release after years of holding things together alone. Sometimes they come as people who see you clearly, or opportunities that respect your worth without asking you to diminish yourself. Right now, something unseen is shifting in your favor. You may not be able to point to it yet, but you can feel it. That subtle sense that something is changing, that the heaviness you carried does not feel as permanent as it once did. This is not imagination. This is alignment beginning to take form. The angels also want to gently remind you that doubt does not cancel miracles. Fear does not disqualify you. Even moments of frustration, tears, or questioning do not push divine plans away. What matters is that, despite everything, you stayed. You kept going. You continued to hope, even quietly, even imperfectly. There were moments when you felt invisible, when your efforts went unnoticed and your sacrifices felt unappreciated. The angels say nothing was wasted. Every unseen act, every silent prayer, every time you chose kindness over bitterness added weight to the blessing now approaching you. Spiritual balance is always precise, even when it feels delayed. As this message reaches deeper, you may notice emotions surfacing without a clear reason. A memory, a feeling, a sense of longing, or even unexpected peace. Do not resist it. These emotions are part of the release that makes room for what is coming. You cannot receive fully while still holding tightly to old pain, and your soul knows this instinctively. The miracle meant for you is not meant to replace who you are, it is meant to reveal who you have always been beneath the struggle. A version of you that trusts again. A version of you that breathes easier. A version of you that no longer feels the need to constantly explain or defend their existence. The angels also speak about timing. Not in a way that creates pressure, but in a way that brings reassurance. Everything that needed to happen before this moment has already happened. Every lesson, every delay, every redirection played a role in aligning you with this outcome. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. As you continue listening, let go of the need to understand everything at once. Divine messages unfold layer by layer, just like healing. Trust that what is meant to be revealed to you will come in the right order, at the right pace, without overwhelming you. Stay present. Stay open. What is unfolding now is still moving gently toward its full expression, and this is only the middle of the message meant to guide you. God says, as this message moves deeper, the angels want you to understand something very important about the season you are in right now. You are not in a waiting phase anymore, even if it sometimes feels that way. You are in a preparation phase where things are quietly rearranging themselves around you so that when the blessing arrives, it does not collapse or disappear but stays rooted in your life. There was a time when you asked why everything seemed to happen for others before it happened for you. You watched people receive answers, opportunities, love, and stability while you were still learning patience the hard way. The angels say that comparison made you feel small, but it also strengthened your spirit in ways you could not see then. You learned endurance, emotional depth, and self-awareness, and those qualities are now becoming the foundation of what is being sent to you. The miracle approaching your life is not fragile. It is not something that will slip away because of one mistake or one bad day. It has been shaped through your experiences, adjusted through your struggles, and refined through your growth. That is why the process felt long. That is why the lessons felt repetitive. It was never punishment, it was protection from receiving something before you were ready to hold it. The angels want you to reflect on how much you have changed without even realizing it. There were moments when you broke quietly, healed silently, and rebuilt yourself without applause. You learned how to keep going even when motivation was gone. You learned how to love even when trust was shaken. You learned how to stand alone without losing your compassion. These are not ordinary traits, they are signs of a soul that has matured. Right now, something within you is being asked to release control. Not because you are weak, but because you have carried too much responsibility for too long. You tried to manage outcomes, protect everyone, and anticipate pain before it arrived. The angels say you can rest from that now. What is coming does not require force. It requires openness. You may notice that certain people, thoughts, or habits are slowly losing their hold on you. Things that once triggered strong emotions now feel distant or less important. This is not emotional numbness, this is alignment. Your energy is being redirected toward what truly belongs with you in the next chapter of your life. There is also a message here about forgiveness, not for others, but for yourself. Forgive yourself for the choices you made when you were trying to survive. Forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. Forgive yourself for staying too long in places that drained you. None of those moments define you anymore. They were stepping stones, not final destinations. The angels say that clarity will begin to replace confusion. Answers will come not as loud signs, but as quiet certainty. You will suddenly know what feels right and what does not. You will feel peace around certain decisions without needing external validation. This inner knowing is one of the greatest signs that your miracle is close. Do not underestimate the power of this season. Even if nothing dramatic seems to be happening on the surface, deep spiritual movement is taking place underneath. Like roots growing before a tree breaks through the soil, your life is being strengthened from within before visible change appears. The angels also remind you that miracles often arrive disguised as normal days. A conversation, an opportunity, a realization, or a moment of courage can open a door you did not expect. Stay aware. Stay receptive. Stay gentle with yourself. Everything you went through was shaping you for this moment, and everything unfolding now is guiding you toward something that will finally feel aligned with who you truly are. This message is still unfolding, and what comes next will speak about trust, receiving, and stepping into what you once prayed for without fear. God says, as this message reaches deeper into your heart, the angels want you to pause and truly feel what is happening within you right now. There is a quiet shift taking place, not outside of you, but inside your spirit. This shift is subtle, yet powerful, because it marks the moment when waiting turns into receiving, and hope transforms into quiet confidence. You may not fully realize it yet, but you are no longer standing at the door of change. You have already stepped inside. The reason things feel different lately is because your soul has begun to accept that you deserve what you once only dreamed about. This acceptance is important, because blessings often arrive when resistance leaves, not when effort increases. The angels say there was a time when you prayed with desperation, asking for signs, answers, and relief. Now your prayers sound different. They are calmer, more trusting, more surrendered. This change in your prayers reflects your growth. You are no longer begging for life to change, you are allowing life to align. There is also a message here about timing. What is unfolding now could not have happened earlier, no matter how much you wanted it. Certain connections had to fade, certain lessons had to repeat, and certain doors had to close completely so that you would not carry old patterns into a new chapter. What felt like delay was actually divine accuracy. You are being guided to step into a season where you no longer chase validation, approval, or reassurance from others. The angels want you to know that inner peace will become louder than external noise. You will feel less reactive, less anxious, and more grounded, even when circumstances are still unfolding. This is a sign that your foundation has strengthened. There may still be moments of doubt, but they will no longer control you. Doubt will pass through you instead of settling inside you. Fear will visit, but it will not live there anymore. This is because your spirit has learned how to trust without seeing the full picture, and that trust has activated protection around you. The angels also want to speak about gratitude. Not forced gratitude, but genuine appreciation for how far you have come. When you look back, you will realize that the version of you who once struggled would be proud of the strength, awareness, and patience you carry now. Acknowledging this growth opens your heart even more to receive what is next. There is something important being prepared. Specifically for you. It may come through people, opportunities, stability, or peace of mind, but its purpose is the same, to remind you that you were never forgotten. Every tear, every silent prayer, every moment you chose hope over bitterness has been seen. You are being asked now to stay present. Do not rush the moment. Do not overthink the future. Allow life to unfold naturally. The angels say that what is meant for you will arrive with clarity, not confusion, and with peace, not chaos. You will recognize it not by excitement alone, but by the calm certainty it brings. This is a season of gentle transformation, where things align without force, and answers arrive without struggle. You are learning that miracles do not always arrive loudly. Sometimes they arrive softly, changing your inner world before your outer world follows. Remain open. Remain patient. Remain kind to yourself. What is unfolding now is not temporary, and it is not accidental. It is the result of your journey, your resilience, and your willingness to keep going even when you did not understand why. The angels say this moment is sacred. Let it settle within you. Trust what you are feeling. Trust where you are being led. Your miracle is not something far away anymore, it is already moving into place, one quiet step at a time. If this message touched your heart even a little, don't walk away quietly. Like this video, subscribe right now, and type Amen in the comments as a sign that you are ready to receive what has been prepared for you. Share this with someone who needs hope today, because blessings grow when they are shared. Stay connected, this channel is not random, and the next message may be exactly what your soul has been waiting for.